Welcome to the June 2023 Las Vegas Real Estate Report. In this video, I'm going to cover the May Las Vegas area housing stats as reported by the Las Vegas Realtors. Current market assessment, what is going on out there if you're thinking of buying, selling, or doing both in our current market. What's up with mortgage rates and inflation, and where are the opportunities? Hello, I'm Jan O'Brien, along with my business partner, Cosmo Morabbi. We are on TikTok, 2 channels. Here on YouTube, you can also find us on Instagram. We have a great team of local area experts covering the entire Las Vegas Valley. Make sure you reach out to anyone who sent this video to you today. All right, let's get right to it. So what's been happening with the market through May 2023? Well, prices have gone up for 2 months in a row. We started the beginning of the year, actually even in December, at $425,000 as the median sales price for single family homes. I'm only reporting on the stats here for single family. You can see condos and townhome statistics right here if you're interested in those numbers as well. But steady 425 for all the way through December, January, February, pretty much right there, March. And then in April, we saw it tick up to 430. And again, in May, it went to 442, 120. Now, why is that? Well, it has everything to do with available units that are on the market. Basically, people not wanting to put their homes on the market. And why would they unless they have to sell? That's what we hear from most sellers, because majority of people have lower than a 3% interest rate because they either bought their home or refinanced when the interest rates were so low. We'll get to interest rates in just a moment. Now, we're also having a pretty steady since the beginning of the year. Again, I'm going to come down to this chart here to show you. This is all of 2022 and the first 5 months of 2023. And we just want to take a look at available inventory. It was really low in the beginning of last year. We peaked up in September to 8,100. 21 units were available at the end of August, and that has been steadily declining ever since. So not enough inventory, a pretty steady demand, nothing like frankly, the numbers of solds are down 20%. Right, here we go, 2316 year over year, May to May, a little over 20% down in basically demand, people waiting for the interest rates to come down. Now, we also track this on a weekly basis. So if you're really into the stats, then you need to follow us over on our TikTok channel. It's also up on Instagram and YouTube Shorts, where Cosmo will go through a weekly, he usually posts this on Wednesday, where we analyze what's going on a weekly basis. And then monthly here in this video, I will give you the big picture for the month and where we've come and where we're going. Now, what we've noticed for the month of June is basically the inventory hasn't been declining. It hasn't been declining. If anything, it's been staying around 3,400 week to week. We may see a few more listings on the market. And we think that has a lot to do with people not withdrawing their listings. Not as many people obviously are still putting their homes on the market, as you can see here with new listings. A little bit, but pretty steady, right in the 500s. But stay tuned, follow us weekly, and you can stay on top of what's going on, which gives us an idea. When we start tracking this, we start seeing the trends, and then we can sort of project what's going to be happening in the coming weeks. All things considered, nothing major changing in the economy. All right, so let's take another perspective of this chart. I like to show it graphically so everyone can have some perspective that in May of last year, this is where we hit a historical high price for Las Vegas, $482,000. Well, what happened in May, end of May, beginning of June, that created this decline in the sales price? Well, interest rates went up. This is when they first went up and went over 6. They've gone from between 6 and 7, and that's about where they're hanging out, really close to 7. For the past month of June, as I record this, I will show you those numbers in just a moment, the daily rates. So that basically what we had was people went onto the sidelines. Sellers said, we're not going to put our home on the market because I'm going to wait and see what happens. That's what everybody's doing. Let's wait and see what happens. Well, what happened during that time period? And there's always a delay in reporting the sales prices because it takes a minute for everything to catch up. Properties go under contract, and within 30 to 60 days, they show up as the solds. So here we are declining, as I just mentioned, basically 4 straight months of 425. Now more people going, all right, well, what happens is people start to go, well, this is the new norm. High sixes are what the interest rates are. Maybe I can get the interest rate to be bought down, which I'll talk about in just a moment. Definitely opportunities with sellers, resale and new, to negotiate terms that'll let you get that interest rate down. Or perhaps people started deciding, if this is the interest rate, I'm going to go buy, because the interest rates eventually, hopefully, like inflation, will come down and I can refinance. Whatever everybody's reasons are, we started to see this uptick. And this has a lot to do with, as I just mentioned, inventory decreasing because people not putting their homes on the market, but people saying, I need to go buy a house. So where we are here at 442, 120, all signs right now point to June, that number being a little bit higher. All right, one other chart to put it into historical perspective, the kind of appreciation Las Vegas has seen since 2012, where the median sales price was $149,000. And this is very, not aggressive, but very normal, and sometimes even a little bit higher. Look at the numbers here. 5 to 8% appreciation is pretty good. But in 2020, we had 9.3. And then in 2021, it was almost 19% interest. This is where we went from 345 to 425 with those incredibly low interest rates, super high demand, and not enough inventory. That it caused the prices to go up. Now we've had 2 years. And so this previous chart literally showed that this peak that happened in May ended up in December at 425. So the gains for last year were erased because of the interest rates and the slowing down of people purchasing and folks not putting their homes on the market, which resulted in zero equity gain. Now, all signs through May are pointing towards, if we continue on the trends that we're doing now, inflation comes down, which is decelerating slowly. The interest rates will start following that down. But of course, what that's going to do is create more demand. And if we don't have enough inventory, we're definitely going to see the median sales price continue to go up. So let's talk about mortgage rates. Here is a snapshot for the month of June. This is from Mortgage News Daily. This is a daily survey of lenders across the country, what their interest rate is for that particular day without any discount points. Now, you can always find and shop interest rates, but it's going to come with a price of some sort. But what I want you to see is that the green means, obviously, for that particular day, due to whatever was happening with the bond market, what Fed Chair Powell might be saying, anything that's happening in the economy, even things that are happening, obviously inflation numbers, even inflation numbers worldwide impact what our mortgage rate industry. And so, but it changes. Okay. The reds are higher, the greens are lower for the day, but for the most part, it's been right around 6.8, 6.9 without any points all month long for the month of June. So what's going on with new construction? We continue to be very much sharing with our clients that the biggest opportunities that we've seen since the end of last year into this year is builders, as these headlines are showing, builders are bullish on Las Vegas. There are so many new home construction sites happening all around the valley. And homes are selling. They are offering a lot of deals. They're offering incentives. And in some cases, they are getting to increase their prices now because the demand is there. People are discovering the new home opportunities. And you can see that this is just for the month of May. This is from the Las Vegas Review Journal, another solid month for home builders. They are optimistic and they are setting not records, but they're definitely seeing an increase in their sales, which of course, when we see demand increase, this is where prices will start to go up on the resale side. And of course, we've already seen that. We're out in the field every day, and we've been in communities where the base prices have gone up $10,000 to $30,000 already. Okay. So, but they're still offering opportunities out there. You need to get a hold of us and we can let you know where those are. So let's talk more about what are your opportunities if you're considering buying in the Las Vegas area. As I record this, it's June 2023. I've already mentioned inventory peaked in September 2022 for resales and has consistently gone down, holding steady on a weekly basis right now around 3,400 or so single family homes that are available. Now, more competition is going to happen for sure. When the magic number gets even lower, as I've been saying throughout this video, people are getting used to, we're all getting used to, the interest rates are in the sixes now, pushing 7, but they're still like 6.8, 6.9. And maybe we can buy that interest rate down. So more people are saying, I better go buy a house, because what we know is going to happen as soon as the interest rates, which we thought would happen by the end of the year, but everything is pointing towards next year before we really see inflation get to the magic number that the Fed wants, which is 2%. It's decelerating, but not at the pace that everybody would like, right? We're still paying a lot of high prices for just about everything out there, homes included, from your groceries on up. Okay, how about just the cost of going out and getting a meal? It's ridiculous, but you start to get used to it, right? People adapt, and that is what's been happening in the economy. We're all resilient. You know, the Fed is hitting moving the rates up in hopes that everybody's going to stop buying things, and guess what? That's not happening. So this is where we find ourselves, right? However, if everyone's sitting on the sidelines, buyers and sellers waiting for the magic, whatever that number is, to get below 6 interest rate in the 5s again, folks, it's not getting back to the 3s, okay? I don't even know if we're going to get back to the 4s. Do I think that we're going to be in the 5s? Yes, I do, because that's where we were pre-pandemic. So put us back to where we were pre-pandemic. That's where I think it can get back to. It's probably not going to happen until next year based on what we're seeing so far with inflation. But when that happens and everybody jumps back into the market to buy, and we don't have enough sellers put their home on the market, what's going to happen? Higher demand, not enough inventory. Any increased inventory, I think, will be absorbed, is going to be competitive again. Competitive, more multiple offers than we're seeing now on really great homes that are priced well. So, which means higher prices. Okay, so that's what's coming. We wait for the rates to come down, equals more demand, equals higher than, we're already seeing it, but we're going to see more of that. New builds, as I mentioned, sales are strong. Builders are increasing their prices in some communities where they're popular. There's a couple places in Inspirada. There's a place that's up in the Northwest right now, the new Northwest. It's off of Kyle Canyon. The prices are some of the best in the Valley. They're not building the homes fast enough. There is an interest list. You have to get on the interest list so that you can purchase a home there. Spec homes, homes that are under construction, which most builders have. Inventory homes and they're under construction. This is where the opportunities are. This is where they may, if they're in some communities, if they're not moving fast enough, they'll offer incentives. They'll even, in some cases, they've decreased the prices to get the properties off their books. This is where they're offering special financing to, paying closing costs and so on. Again, it's imperative to have someone who understands what's going on can understand what's going on with the builders, knows the inventory, has relationships with the on-site sales agents to help negotiate. So don't go into those sites without an agent. Definitely get a hold of us. We certainly can get you in the right direction. We know how to negotiate and get the best deal for you. We do it all the time with our buyers. So let us negotiate on your behalf. Reach out and talk to us, anyone on our team. We are well-versed in what's going on in the new builder market. So if you are a seller, if you've been following anything that we're talking about here, listen, the prices are up a little bit, all right? We don't think they're going to be declining anymore, not based on everything that we're seeing and we're reporting on a weekly and monthly basis. So we've gone up. We were at 482, as I mentioned. We had this flat line. Now we're seeing this increase for everything that I've been mentioning. And here's the deal. If your home is been renovated, if it doesn't have 30-year-old cabinets and flooring and such in it, then so you've done some upgrades to it and you price it well, those homes are getting multiple offers. We can create a bidding war. Now, if you have a beautiful home and you've maintained it, but you haven't upgraded it, it still can sell. It's just not going to bring the highest value. There's always a range for a home price based on what the seller would like to get for it, what the buyer wants to pay for it. Somewhere in between is where we're going to probably get the property sold, but it has a lot to do with location, condition, and so on. If you need to sell and then buy, everything I just talked about for opportunities in new homes is out there. So contact us about all the opportunities for selling or buying. We can even represent you in getting a cash offer through some of the iBuyers that are out there and help you navigate through that process and handle it for you. So give us a call. We're here for you. So that is it for the June 2023 edition of the Las Vegas Real Estate Report. Thank you for listening. We'll see you again next month. And in the meantime, if you really want to know what's going on in the Las Vegas, Henderson, North Las Vegas, Pahrump, Boulder City area, then reach out and follow us on any of these social platforms. We update content very frequently, on almost a daily basis on TikTok, and it gets reposted out to our Instagram, YouTube short channel as well. We'll see you next month.